The Call of Duty League is presented by Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming. Gamers, get insurance savings and discounts from USAA, the official military appreciation partner of the Call of Duty League.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. It is now time for our T-Mobile 5G weekly drop. Also, welcome Warzone/Call of Duty sensation. Prestige is key. He's in the chat right now. Yes, he's in there right now. Look to your left, look to your right. No, I'm only kidding. He's in the chat though. Fire away your questions. Let it rip. Also, America's largest and fastest 5G network, T-Mobile, is bringing fans another grand prize package with a caster-signed Astro Gaming CDL A40, a battle pass, and a brand new 5G device. All you have to do is text 5G GOAT to 313131. That's 5G GOAT to 313131 for a chance to win this magnificent prize. Well, what do you know, friends? We're back here in the Call of Duty League, and are we excited? It is now time for our main event here, our winners finals. It is the New York Subliners going up against Atlanta FaZe, and this is going to be an absolute banger. How you doing, Chance?
I'm doing incredibly well. This is a match that I've been excited for the past 24 hours or whenever like the schedule will get announced. You get Clay versus like group of guys that he won a world championship with and then went, you know what, we don't want to run it back. And then Clay went, don't worry about it, I'll win a world championship with the next set of guys. Well, now he's on his third set of new teammates that he's looking to win a championship with. And of course for the Major 3, well, this is one of the toughest roadblocks that you can have ahead of yourself, right? FaZe, in my mind, is the benchmark team. If you can beat them, you can win a tournament. And well, New York, last time they played it, they won the Game 5.
All right, mate, you're a big fan, obviously. I think that goes without saying. But you know who is a massive fan of the New York Subliners? Well, it's Standy. So I'm going to do my very best study now to welcome the team in. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Make some noise. The New York Subliners.
What a kill that was. I'll see you in league play later, boys and girls.
I mean, Clayster, though, has a couple players in front. He gets the 2-piece, gets the third.
There's the first. Those one more is inside. Fantastic movement. Shots on point. Keep the streak going.
It was a matter of moments before we saw this map potentially wide open. New York, New York. The team's so nice. I could have just introduced them twice, let's face it. But for the New York Subliners, mate, this is a massive series for them. Asim, Clayster, HyDra, and Mack. It has to be said, this squad is not the squad that the team wanted from the get-go here in the Call of Duty World War II. Oh, sorry, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War season, excuse me. But this is what they've got, and it has worked out magnificently for them so far. As a team, he has fit fantastically into this role. He's become a real MVP candidate in my mind. Mack is going from strength to strength, and the mighty HyDra has turned this team around. Clayster, of course, being that one true staple. They built the squad around him, and old Clay's having a really nice time on the map recently. We've seen him take over games, and now he goes up against his former teammates' chance, now in the form of his opponents. And this is going to be an absolute blinder of a series, there's no doubt about it.
I mean, look, it's not like they need a reason to get hyper, like extra motivation, but if there was one team where there's just a little bit of that extra oomph to play against, it's absolutely FaZe. You know Clay is hungry to get this win. At the same time, it's so much fun because the matchup that they have, Clay always pops off against FaZe. You have Asim that's playing incredibly well, and then HyDra, like the X Factor, was godlike in their last series. And on the flip side, well, you know FaZe has the exact same thing going for them. Hungry for the win, hungry just to make up for only getting a meager second place at stage 2. And I'm off camera because I'm looking around and just getting prepared for the tiny tears and see what they can do.
Well, let's see what they can do. We've already introduced New York now in the red corner, coming at a combined weight of about 4 people, give or take. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Atlanta FaZe.
The game has turned on its head.
Run! Run! Get onto the point! Cellium finds himself 2 more. Oh, baby! Absolutely slayed. What a magnificent comeback from Atlanta.
Atlanta FaZe, it's hard not to count them as one of the favorites coming into this tournament, and after that electric Game 5 finish against Toronto Ultra, oh, they're still up there for me. Arcitys, Cellium, aBeZy, and Simp. The run continues for them, and now the biggest roadblock they've got now while they get themselves into that top 2 position, it is going to be the New York Subliners. They have to be feeling great chance. Well, we've seen them dismantle teams. We've seen them tear teams to shreds, to ribbons, to itty-bitty pieces, grinding them into atoms. Will they do the same to New York today? That's the question.
I mean, they're certainly going to be looking for it. You got a guy like aBeZy, one of the most fearless men in the league, just a mad dog on the map, but an incredibly exciting matchup, man. You got New York, who throughout stage 3, perfect in a hard point. They were 10-0, and then you're looking at FaZe. They were the best search and destroy team throughout stage 3 with a 9-2 record up to this point. That is where the edge is going to be, and even looking at the vetoes, it is maps that everybody loves to play, with the potential exception of that Apocalypse hardpoint. It has been an interesting map time and time again for Atlanta FaZe, and funnily enough, they were 0-3 on this map throughout like the regular season portion of stage 3, but the other day, I don't know if you remember casting at Miles, but they looked different on the map, got the win against Toronto, and I'm sure are very prepared to see it once again here against New York.
I can't wait, Chance, this is it. Winners Finals starts right now, and it's going to be an apocalypse to kick things off. Very, very excited to see how these two teams go at each other again. Fantastic success either side of the board. Who will truly come out on top, though? This will be a brilliant series, there is no doubt about it. New York Subliners, Atlanta FaZe, playing for a spot in that grand finals here in Major number 3, brought to you by USAA. And now it begins. Here we go, Chance.
And you just, I mean, talk about a series and a position right now in this major where you talk about a team that every single player needs to step up. Well, obviously that's true here as well. HyDra, a lot of pressure on the kid, especially as his teammates are falling around him. FaZe starting on the good side, and well, that is a hell of an opening break for them. Getting pretty much all the kills, keeping control, and right now, this is just domination off the rip from FaZe.
Yep, it's a nice start from FaZe. Still haven't got control of that right-hand side of the map. That's what Asim is playing for now. Here he goes. Slow and steady. Timing's going to be very unkind to him here. That's unfortunate. He actually had the opportunity to do that, but alas, we know what's going on thanks to the X-ray mode here in Codcaster. So far, it's a beautiful start for Atlanta FaZe. Wonderful stuff from them. Simp now watching the left-hand side of the map, able to keep these players at bay. Mack though says Nabra and makes his way forward. Arcitys will be the next line of defense. His tags. There's no kills though. Damage now dealt. A tactical retreat, but Asim cleaves him in half, and now the push forward for the New York Subliners.
This is an interesting push as well. How much do you want to push over towards Templar? Or do you just want to jump up broken and try to make the play? HyDra's thinking about the play, but where he soars, the tiny tears there to chop him down. The spawns actually do come through the temple though, but Simp obviously reading the spawns when his teammates spawn out, but this is the opportunity for New York to try to get back into the game, but they got to deal with Simp. Takes 2 to the grave with them. It looks like the trade's coming through. FaZe holding from the front side of the hill and doing a fantastic job.
Play though. Walking stick in hand, makes his way straight onto the hard point. A couple of kills going his way, and he's now going to have to contend from behind. Great awareness from Clay. A pious man now doing his time in the temple. Simp's up first. Let's go Simp. Arcitys on the other side of the truck, and I love this angle. He's trying to make something happen. Clay find another one here? No, Arcitys just too hot on the hands as he takes care of him, but still, HyDra there to help hold the line. Simp, top gold there, will find those shots, and back and forth we go. Mack being the last member of the New York Subliners here in position, and with his demise, we go towards the next hard point. Spawn's good for New York for now. How far will they be able to take this one? NYSL trying to pull this game back. FaZe certainly in the lead.
And Asim right now with opportunities just to be annoying, right? You're going to have to pass this man before he can get to the hill. And, well, he is not an easy man to find, especially not when his teammates with the coverage around and picking up all the kills. But maybe bad news long-term for New York. You see the spawns are actually coming on the flip side of the map. And, well, no man's is where you'd rather be. But if you're not getting the good spawns, you want to be inside the hill. New York getting all of this time.
Well, this time indeed, New York. Things looking all right so far. How long can they hold it for, though? Let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen-in with the New York Subliners.
Coming to time, we're coming.
Low dark dead.
One more
P1. Low dark. He's already low dark.
Yeah,
Nothing
going on
temple. We're gonna fight this and go around.
Yeah,
we're gonna fight this.
I'm waiting. I'm gonna come down off the slide up.
Name me, top TV.
I'm gonna drop off now.
Oxford dead.
In hill weak, aBeZy.
Here dead. One more choice.
One more low left, dead.
Let's go. I'm going P5. They're flipping. They're missing one. Who are we missing?
Where's the MC?
No, he's one coop
though, one coop.
He's on the truck. He's on the back truck.
I got him, Alex dead.
He went out, I think he went out.
Hell weak, Simp.
One trash.
He's in L, laying down L, going back there. He's gonna win up it.
I'm gonna go out.
I spawned out temple, guys. I'm gonna go block broken. Big win. Stay alive. They're gonna spawn out.
I'm watching tools.
I'm gonna come
I got
out.
Alex front, guys. That's
I
two.
flashed
Go,
over.
go, go,
Crunch
go,
it,
go.
He's in
crunch it.
left corner L. One
One
shot.
tools on me, dead.
He's laying down in L. Laying down back out.
One's gonna be behind me, guys.
One more coop. Cellium.
Cellium, across coop.
He's close coop. I spawned pit.
Flash it. Oh, wait, I'm gonna say push up
Pick
broken.
up P5, pick up P5.
Yeah,
Smash.
Emotion.
aBeZy's gonna push broken. aBeZy's coming front.
Top P5, top P5.
Spawning out temple, guys.
Running on your right. Big kills.
Push me and hill, weak, aBeZy.
I'm gonna go left.
Yeah,
aBeZy, weak at P4.
Got one in the back.
P4 on you.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
one
behind
back.
One in the back. Alright, one old, one back. They spawn pit. Go
keep this
P5
close,
quick.
guys.
You guys have the
We're
time.
going,
You guys have
we're
the time to go.
Coop,
I'm
weak.
gonna slide out. He naded it.
They're
I'm gonna
double
slide.
There's one coop, one in all, two on you guys.
I'm in the right corner.
Okay.
I'm gonna come through.
Oh,
all.
Chris weak. They're gonna push.
You went coop behind you.
Coop dead. Good call.
Chris is weak. One corner.
Well, my word, I was going to say Chance HyDra almost did the unthinkable there. Still, a nice listen in there from the New York Subliners. Hearing HyDra calling a lot of shots and making the play calls happen, though. What do you think, mate? All things sounding good at the New York Subliners camp as they mount this comeback?
I mean, the comms are fantastic. One thing that always stands out about a player like Clayster is his awareness on the map. There's never a position you can put him in where he doesn't have a good read, and Asim is the exact same type of player. Love the calls to be like, hey, you got the foot race to P5. You get there first, you get the timing. You got players jumping up the ladder. Asim, always Johnny on the spot. An incredibly intelligent player, and well, this is a P5 hill where New York has fought for the comeback so far. aBeZy may be thinking about fighting for the scrap time, and you see why. His teammates already set up over towards broken. They are the safety net, making sure they keep the spawns. If you got your AR players playing smart, your SMGs can just run like some wild men, and aBeZy and Simp certainly have been.
A lot of wild men on this map, and right now, New York Subliners will take the lead for the first time here on Apocalypse. Team now is the approach through the bottom side of the trenches, and it's a clean 3 dead. That's a massive retake. Still have to battle their way towards spawns towards Temple side. Oh my word, they've flipped out. Asim's aware of it. That information is huge. 1, maybe 2 spotted there. Asim now playing a huge role, providing that information, and that's going to be the push towards the backside of the temple. On the minimap, Asim's done a good job here on the 5 spree. He may be able to catch a couple more. Here comes one. The second tags land. Massive work out the Subliners. Map control going their way. Hardpoint time going their way. There's about 25 seconds left on this one, Chance, and they should be able to get a chunk of it.
And just an incredible play from Asim. Honestly, unfortunate that the second kill gets taken from him, so no streaks at the very least. I mean, hey, you flipped spawns. You just had a fairly dominant P1 hill. This is as good as it gets for trying to bump up that lead, but still an incredibly close game. We'll go into the new hill with about a 20-point difference between the two teams, and for FaZe, they're looking for that clearance, trying to push to the right side of the map, but clearance they cannot find. And Arcitys, well, you can actually see arrows looking for them. Look at HyDra, man. Just the awareness that New York knows there's a 4th man they haven't found. They hunt him down, kill him, get another clean wipe, and this is a setup on the money hill. New York, this is the opportunity to run away with the game.
This is huge. Clay's got to go massive, though. He's pretty much alone in this situation. A little bit of help, though, as aBeZy, though. The flash gets himself involved, cleans out a trophy, but no player. Clay's going to hold it. Cellium trying to find the trades here. From this position, he's able to get something, but Clay doesn't care. He's safe in the hard point. The timing,
so smart.
Brilliant stuff from the New York Subliners. Mack, HyDra, Clay, everyone finding their kills. New York Subliners have wrestled control back from FaZe, and now, will they be able to hold on to it? This is magnificent stuff from them. 20 seconds left in this hard point. Map control going to FaZe. They will have the bottom side of TV covered. Here we go, Chance. The rotation's underway, but New York Subliners over 200 points.
And I'll just say, man, that is just like a 200 IQ play from Clayster, right? Just backing up, playing behind the pillar. He knows his teammates have the push out. He doesn't have to take the gunfights. As long as he's alive inside the hill, he's doing his job. So again, you just talk about the state of awareness of players like Clayster and Asim, and wonderful to have on the squad. You get the trades down low, and frankly for New York, you're just looking for one clean break on any of the next 3 hills, and the game will assuredly be yours. They're trying to take advantage of the split spawns. Clayster buying his teammates time, is working on the flank, and well, Cellium, he might be able to read it, but he gets taken down. The pinch is no longer in, though, as Clay gets found out. Still New York looking for this break.
Oh, HyDra hungry for the win, hungry for the kills on point. But alas, it will not be there. Cellium cleans out the bottom side of the trenches. Clayster, though, oh my, almost getting the second as well. Cell still hurt from that previous engagement. Atlanta FaZe are holding this hard point tooth and nail, not letting this one go. Still, look at that rotation, upside of the map, over towards that central courtyard. The lock has appeared, and it is on lock right now. NYSL and get the win here. It has to be a perfect break from Atlanta FaZe. And set up right now, whether it's Asim holding that dark room, whether it's Clayster on the far left-hand side of the map. NYSL looking to get the win right here, right now.
And Clayster, he's just putting himself in spots that are making this hill unbreakable. You get both sides pushed out. On one end, it's HyDra with 23 kills to his name. On the other, it's the veteran making his teammates' lives that much easier for FaZe. I mean, you get one good break. You're going to have to flood in through Cooper, try to flood around the back, but this is a gauntlet in a force field. They're having to run through. They get chopped down, 4-man wipe in New York, starting things off hot, keeping their record in hardpoint perfect through stage 3, a dominant map 1 win.
That is 11 hard points, 1 in a row for the New York Subliners, and what a hard point that was. Feeling fine so far, as smiles across the board, even HyDra's, as they take map number 1 here in this winners final. FaZe though, not out of the woods yet. That was a tough one, man. I thought that was a very, very good pick for them. But once New York got control of them, they wrangled that control back. There was no way they were going to let that one go. Like FaZe, a couple of decent breaks here or there, but they were just losing those individual gunfights. The trades were immaculate from NYSL. And dude, the way that we saw Clay and Asim running the backside of the map, running those weird off angles, they cut the map in half in such a great way. That setup they had for Temple, setup they had for that courtyard hill, for courtyard number 3 or 4, sorry, that was amazing. Huge stuff out of them. NYSL, 11 straight hardpoint wins. Good stuff. Start the series.
And it really just comes down to the intelligent plays, man. Like the moment from Asim, it's perfect. He spots 2 players on the cross, thinks about it for a second. He's like, what position can I put myself in to get the free flank on trenches? Reposition, jumps up top TV. What are the smart plays Clay's making? Doesn't have to take the gunfights on the ramp. Doesn't matter if it's the God heady. If you feel the pressure coming through, back down and just hide behind the pillars. Have the trust in your teammates to have your coverage. And even like the credit angle, the corner in the back of the map. I haven't seen someone play that spot ever. Clay's pulling it out here against FaZe, fighting in the winners bracket finals, right? That's right. But either way, fantastic stuff around. Intelligent plays. HyDra, 24 kills. He is continuing his destruction in hardpoint.
Yep, magnificent start to the series for NYSL. FaZe, though, now will have the opportunity to bite back quite ferociously in the search and story coming up in just a brief moment. But first, ladies and gentlemen, a commercial break. Grab yourself a drink, hydrate as much as you possibly can, because we're going to be sweating throughout the remainder of this series. We'll be right back after this break. The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Before we get into this next matchup, New York have requested a bit of a server inspect for performance, so we'll see how that one goes. That's going to take a little bit of time to get through before we're able to get into the next search and destroy. So during that time, we're going to chat our game fuel keys to victory. Now, Chance, what do you think, mate? The first map goes the way of New York Subliners, but Atlanta FaZe, what the hell are they got to do to bring this one back?
Well, the biggest thing is you're walking into the series knowing that Hardpoint is going to be a battle, especially if a map like Apocalypse goes through. I think FaZe, the record certainly doesn't reflect how good they probably are on the map, but going down 1-0 in the series, not the biggest surprise in the world. And that's why S&D is the biggest factor for these guys. 9-2 as of recent, and their only 2 losses, well, one of them actually was to New York, but both of the losses were in round 11, so I think that just tells me, not that they're not clutch, but if you're going to beat them, it is going to take literally all that you have to actually take them down and search and destroy. So really there, they just need to keep the ball rolling. And then I think on the flip side, I think the note was made for Apocalypse, right? Just minimizing any mistakes in the gameplay. Don't do anything like unnecessarily risky. And I think they kind of showed that, man. It is very patient gameplay that they were bringing out anytime that they needed to like break those no-man spawns, even to try to break P4. I mean, they took their time and went all the way around. Like they did all of the fundamental stuff correct. Unfortunately for them, they're just dealing with a guy like Clayster, who again, just one step ahead of the game. And well, just taking a look at the game fuel keys to victory for New York. Basically the opposite, right? If not search and destroy, Hardpoint, make sure you clutch up, job done in the first map. They look ridiculous in the game mode. And then for the creative game plan, I'm thinking about the series they had against Florida. The Express S&D they had, where every single round, they had some little variant of an idea of what they wanted to do on the map. Like, there is sort of like generic strats. Every map needs certain things that need to be accomplished. New York constantly had their own little spin, their own little mix-up, and it can be incredibly difficult to play against. I'm very excited to see what they have cooked up for FaZe, because obviously, you know, Tupac on the flip side is also cooking up stuff for New York. It is going to be an absolute battle. And then, of course, their key to victory, well, just hail HyDra. I mean, the man's been ridiculous. #1 overall respawn KD in league. And he's ahead of Simp. Not by a ton, by like a 0.2. But if you're ahead of that young man, you are doing some incredible things. So New York right now in the series, maybe not comfortable, but certainly in a good spot.
It's incredible just to think that HyDra has not been in the league for that long, and he's already had this much of an incredible impact. I mean, Chance, we're all feeling quite nostalgic here in the Call of Duty League. So why don't we rewind the clock just a little bit and have a little think and a look back at HyDra's first performance, his very first series in the Call of Duty League. Who did he have to go and play against? Atlanta FaZe. I mean, unbelievable. This is a quick rewind. His very first series in the league. And what a bloody nail-biter it was. Look at those scores, man. From start to finish. This was not that long ago. And look at the transformation that this team has taken in that time. Aside from that 6-3 on the Express S&D, did we call this game? Or was it, I can't remember if it was Joe and Clint, or if it was Jay and Lando. I mean, but already I'm just thinking like this would have been an unbelievable contest to watch.
I mean, this is the complete setup for what we're dealing with now, right? Because one of the themes for that series is that was when HyDra was showing off his respawn gameplay and how electric he could be, but there were certainly some lows in search and destroy in spite of the round 11 victory they had for the game 5. But we have seen nothing but improvements coming out from New York, and they're improving on a spot where they were already very strong. So even though the quick scope clear across the board, FaZe has been the better team over the course of the year, but this New York team, this is their opportunity to prove that they are different. I mean, HyDra, again, his first 2 series, he had what, like a 0.49 S&D KD or something absurd like that. Well, yesterday he was going 10-1 and taking over games. So this is a quickly improved team. And again, you know, even the coaching staffs on both sides, it is just a mental war that they have embarked themselves upon.
If you can win the series outside of the match beforehand, that helps. But we'll see how it goes. Again, for a lot of the players in this league, history slowly but surely being written. That man on screen there, Simp, what an incredible debut he had into the league. And for Clayster, again, 2 back-to-back world championships. And with this roster, if you can beat Atlanta FaZe today, if you can take the major, who knows? You really start to consider another world championship could be in the works for that man. Unbelievable stuff so far in this series, as we are now ready to get into our search and destroy on Checkmate. We're going to it, friends. The servers are all squeaky clean and good. Somebody defragmented something. Somebody put the red Ethernet cable in there, so it's going to be super duper fast, and we are now ready. Chance to get ourselves into this Checkmate search and destroy map number 2 coming up now. I personally cannot wait. This should be a real contest. We saw Atlanta FaZe play this one, what, a couple of days ago, and it was disgusting. Like, it was real furious. I wonder if they're going to be able to bring the same magic against NYSL.
I mean, I think throughout the year, there's been a couple different problems that need to be solved. I remember in the early days when we were playing Moscow Control, trying to break through the Fountain Hill.
God, I forgot.
It just seemed like an impossible problem to solve, couldn't be done. Starting winning offensive rounds, it seemed impossible, couldn't be done. New York is always that first team to crack that code. Well, the puzzle they have in front of them now, FaZe undefeated on this map. They have been nothing short of godlike. I can't wait to see what New York has done to prepare for this one. See if they can be the first team to take him down.
Oh, HyDra, hello. What a sneaky boy. So sneaky, so dangerous, but Arcitys does cover the flank. Keep him safe, keep him good. Wow, aBeZy doing what he does. It's a 2v2 now. Fast round, and aBeZy, oh my goodness, super fast. Asim, though, matches him toe-to-toe there in the gunfight at the top lane. Less than a minute left on the clock, and it is a 1v1. Asim, Arcitys. Very different kinds of players now in a very difficult situation. Can Arcitys keep to play that long-range game he wants there with a Krig, or will he get up close and personal where Asim really wants him to be? 40 seconds on the clock, chance. We could be here for a while.
And he's just got to channel his inner shoulder peek king. Make sure he doesn't take any gunfights. Again, Arcitys is going to have the better gun for the job, certainly at these ranges. And, well, you get the information. Arcitys, he still has to jump up top. Asim reads that perfectly, knows he's got to go pick up the bomb. Asim is spotting this the entire way.
He's seen him. But just because he knows he's there, does he know he can do something with it? Here comes the play for the clock. Oh my, Arcitys is going to go for it a little early. Tagged up heavily, 10 seconds remaining, going to go for the kill. If Arcitys gets it, no. And a very clinical round there from the New York Subliners. Asim, true heads-up play, true ice and composure in that moment. A wonderful way to start the search.
Just insane plays the entire time. How many times have we seen a team on defense send someone on the flank to jump up the exit ladder? Well, that's how HyDra ended up getting the first blood, but then Asim here again picking up the kills for the best play, playing that 1v1 as intelligently as possible. I think, frankly, he'd have been happy to give up the bomb plant, even if he knows Arcitys was there, just to make sure he doesn't make a mistake, but doesn't have to. Plays the situation perfectly. Asim, man, it cannot be understated how good of a year he has been having.
Yeah, unbelievable. Fantastic debut. Team, eyes are up. I see trophies everywhere, friends. Pointing those out to his teammates. Shout out the engineer perk. He can catch an ankle in this situation, that'd be great. But again, aBeZy, this is his territory. This is his ring. You step into his domain, things get a little scary. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Man, what a gunfight that really was. Asim had the shots. Traitor there, though. HyDra backs him one up. 3v3. 50 seconds on the clock. Bomb down for New York. They have to retrieve that. They're going to try to make the play in on towards that B-bomb site. HyDra's got it. Here we go.
Man, anytime you can trade out aBeZy for the first blood, just count your blessings. He is the Reaper in those gunfights. But, hey, you got a 3v3, 35 seconds, and Cellium is as one shot as you can get, and HyDra going hunting. Or maybe just the nades to take him down. You sniff out the opponent, you bait him out with the nades, but now 25 seconds left on the clock, and because of that nade, now a 2v2.
HyDra and Clay versus Arcitys and Simp. Trying to maintain some semblance of control here in the plane. Simp's going to take a couple of tags, back him on up. Clayster immediately looks for Arcitys on the push. Nice little two-man push. That's going to be the kills now. Arcitys tagged up, playing the aggressive role here. Will Clay make the read? He does make the read just in time. Keeps HyDra safe. Another good round for the New York Subliners.
Potential problem solver, man. I mean, maybe nothing crazy in that round. You just trade out that first blood by shooting through the wall. So fairly standard, but nice re-wrap round. Go back inside the plane. Did a nice job of hunting down Cellium over towards the Tetris side of things. An efficient round and fantastic teamwork from Clayster and HyDra towards the end. Language barrier, not a problem. 2 rounds in a row. Now, make no mistake, FaZe is not concerned about being in this position just yet. They are an incredibly streaky team, and well, for Arcitys is responsible for the left side of the map right now. Again, this is more of the standard. Lead the Terrors up in the plane. Let them play for the first bloods, as Arcitys now just vying for a little bit of positioning.
See how slow he plays these angles, just trying to find some opening. He's able to play that trade there. You can see, covering aBeZy from a distance. Here comes the poke. If HyDra steps across that table, he is going to get shot at there from Arcitys on the left wing. Here we go, though. No one quite taking the bait just yet, and I love this. On the other side of the board, Clay doing the exact same thing, and Arcitys, oh baby, okay. HyDra though, levels it up. HyDra manages to get tags into the second. Clay now bringing his gun to the plane, and it's a nice win against Arcitys. Last player left alive, Cellium does manage to retrieve the bomb, and oh my word, what an incredibly explosive round. Asim and Clayster now, 2v1. Cell holding this line down. Not a kill to his name just yet, and there it is. Eyes on. Heavy tags. Here comes Asim on the flank. Cellium has an opportunity chance to pull this back, but not a lot of time to do so.
It's just 20 seconds here, right? The clock is just going to be the biggest problem. You can't ever really plan on A, and even the positioning, you're just going to get spotted as soon as you get near this bomb. And there's the angle from two separate players, tagged up, one shot, nowhere to go. Done and dusted, and this is 3 rounds in a row for New York. Again, a problem-solving team, and that's while dealing with this Arcitys. Clean shots to take down Mack, but in the end, didn't make a single bit of difference.
Man, like, as a player, it is like so difficult when you're in the mind of Cellium there. You're like, what can he do here? He's going to try and get this. The trap set by New York there was flawless. There was nowhere for them to put him. As soon as they had eyes on him in plane, it was over. Back at it we go, though. And it's Simp and aBeZy right off the rip. 2 players in plane tags are there, but the first blood will go the way of...
4 HP.
Oh my god, will go the way of NYSL. FaZe tie things up straight away. HyDra's life flashes before his eyes. 1 minute on the clock. Back to tension we go. Right, widespread towards the backside of the map now for FaZe. Do a little dance, plant a little bomb. In the round tonight, who knows? New York Subliners, though, they're going to go for it. They're creeping forward. That trophy, perfect time, by the way. But that's going to give up the push. What is going to happen? What the hell happens next? Who breaks first?
I can't imagine what the comms are like in this situation. Couple comms coming through. FaZe clearly aBeZy fans, but there's the pick they were looking for. Man advantage, and well, now it all falls apart. Mack for an instant 1 versus 3, and well, Cellium gets the information, plays his life, and now you're just playing with your food. You try to go around back, and you get picked apart. FaZe got the job done, and shout out to Arcitys as well. Pretty much gets the kill of the round as soon as he's able to take down Clayster, trying to make that play towards the A Street. Incredibly patient gameplay from both of these teams.
Yep, that's a nice round from FaZe, finally able to get on the board. Stop the run now happening from NYSL, and I wonder if that momentum shift is going to pay off for FaZe. We'll find out now as they attack. Sneaky little A Street bit of love there from Arcitys once again. Keeps that left-hand side covered. You know where he's going to be, as the rest of the terrors, backed up by Cellium now, will invade the plane. Easy. Exactly where he wants to be. Checks those corners. You've got to think of the mind games these teams are playing with each other right now. You know full well they know where each other are, but who is going to snap first? Who's going to create that opening? NYSL, push back D. Arcitys got spotted on the cross now. He brings himself forward again. The ever-shifting mind games. Cerebral approach now, and Clay, one of the kings of that. What will he see? Is out over the left now.
Well, there's the information. Spots at least 1. If he's seeing names, he knows there's 2 players by the left wing, and he's still got the trophy for protection. This is a triple stack, by the way, in the back of the plane for New York. For FaZe, everybody is underneath. They might make a play and try to bully out Clayster in a second. Or Arcitys, the sneakiest man alive, swings out for the potential 2-piece, but the trades are there.
Trades are there. Here comes the coverage. Simp, he slips round. Cellium takes care of Clayster now. The 2-man hit from Subliners. They're going to have to back on up on the plane, but look at this positioning. HyDra to the wings. Asim goes towards the back cabin. They've repositioned immediately, and it's an A-bomb plant, you cheeky devils. And what do we know, friends? We don't see a lot of them here in the CDL. There we go. What does the rule book say about this one? What does the playbook say? What do we do? We're in uncharted terrain.
How many times? Dude, they've never been in this situation. This never happens where you get the bomb planted today, but the reason you don't plant is because it's impossible to plant or now defuse if this map is, or this side of the map is covered by FaZe.
Oh my god.
Playing his life. He's going to hear this coming a mile away, looking for the kill, flying out for it, but HyDra too quick and with the read gives him the gunny. 15 seconds left.
Time not on their side though. Simp 1v2 situation. If you can get 1 kill, sweet. There's the defuse already. But Simp, does he know what's up here? Checks the bomb over the top, shoots the ankles, doesn't quite get the second kill, and there's not enough time. Perfect work out of Simp. Atlanta FaZe with a sneaky A bomb. Look at it explode. The crowd goes wild as Atlanta FaZe managed to detonate a bomb on the A-bomb site of all places. Unbelievable.
Oh, baby, crowds are getting younger and younger these days, but what a play, man. I mean, honestly, the entire way through. FaZe making the reads for Arcitys to go down low. They work on the pinch over towards Tetra's side. Arcitys gets traded. Nice job done by NYSL. And then it's just the perfect play call, right? You have the A side open, you get the bomb down towards the back of the map, and even New York played that situation as well as you could. This is elite search and destroy gameplay right now.
Oh, man.
As you say it, well, you go back to the wall bangs. This is more normal pace.
This is a bit more normal. We all see this, but again, the level of precision and lethality of it. Here we go. Clay's in the flank. Simp's about to walk straight into it. Hey, mate, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, thanks for that one. Right in the back. First blood, though, going the way of NYSL. Quite the same as we saw HyDra flying through that back exit. He managed to walk up sort of towards the ladder that time, but here we go, mate. Arcitys, nice angle. Asim is so hurt. Here comes aBeZy in the immediate push through. The trades are on point, though. And now it's a 2v2, just like that. Clayster, oh, Cellium a little too hot right now. Mack, what can he do in the 2v1? Arcitys at the back. Both of them are there, actually. Times this right. All good. Didn't see Arcitys. He's as good as dead. That's it. Surely Arcitys makes it an absolute certainty chance. Like, the patience out of him. We are at 3-3. FaZe are looking brilliant here in the search.
3 in a row, and this is the best play. Keep in mind, they were a man down when these gunfights started to pop off, and, well, there's the play that wins them the round, Cellium with the aggression inside of the plane for the two-piece. Big plays out of him. I would say something that New York has done a fantastic job of, even when they're getting first blood, they are always trading aBeZy out. In any situation, aBeZy is almost guaranteed he's going to get the kill, but as long as you trade him, you're thinking you're a happy camper. You get the job done, but this time a little bit too much. By the way, aggression over towards A. aBeZy now working with Arcitys, and, well, Mack, a little bit of pressure on. The stun's going to give him some information and just slow this push down.
He lands that flash, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I got at least one coming this way. Simp manages to hide behind that, like, filing cabinet there in the cabin and stays alive. Backs on up. Mack sees at least one. He saw aBeZy there, so the name tag aBeZy comes up. You know the play's different. You know things are looking real squirrely and a little bit frightening now. What does the NYSL do? Hold that line. aBeZy comes out, double dips, bad manners, gets dropped. Mack's going to get the kill as well. So there we go. First blood. Arcitys in the immediate rebound. Asim from up high. Last player left alive. Cellium now. Can he take any more with him? 35 on the clock. Comes a 1v2. Up over the top. The shots are there, NYSL. Whew. Or 3. Round of FaZe ends, but both teams chance. They get 3 rounds in a row, and then we stop things. Where the hell do we go now, mate? We're off script at this point.
And I would say just incredibly important for both of these teams to start clutching up on defense as well, right? aBeZy just trying to make a play down the A street, but Mack doing a decent job of never giving up the cross. Funnily enough, in the head-to-head matchup throughout the year, I'd say Clayster and Asim probably been the highlights in the respawn, certainly HyDra in the last series, but Mack and Search and Destroy has been popping off against FaZe. Maybe a little bit less so far on checkmate, but certainly gets a big kill in the previous round. Obviously, the difference between 4-4 and 5-3 is quite a bit. FaZe certainly looking to be clutching up on defense. Not a round you want to give away, and, well, Arcitys gets the first blood and stays alive.
HyDra on the flank. Oh, my God, aBeZy, that was such a massive kill. Hey, though. Oh, man, the trades.
Good try.
Man, good try indeed. And are we back at the A-bomb site again? Are we here again? We don't have the bomb, though, at this point in time for the New York Subliners. So, I mean, Mack in the 1v3 situation, this is tough. Again, FaZe are throwing some weird stuff, and it is sticking. And once again, Arcitys walks around the map like the king he is and just bodies NYSL. Oh, baby.
And it's just good play calls. Think about how difficult it's got to be to play against FaZe, right? I mean, Simp so far this game, just on defense, he's tried to full flank A Street aggressively. He's played in the top lane like 2 rounds. Now he's playing Tetris. You see a name tag on the map, and it just doesn't tell you anything. It's just such a tough team to read in FaZe because all these guys like to mix it up constantly. Maybe a little bit less so on offense. Arcitys going back to Old Faithful, but it's tried and true for a reason. They spotted him out down low. Asim, next level awareness, the two-piece that, sure, surely on defense should get you the win.
You'd hope so, right? But you never know. You just never know. FaZe they're dangerous in every situation. 11-5 for Arcitys. 11 kills as well for Asim. Oh, hello, ankles. Look at this! Look at this! Oh my God. What a shot! HyDra just tipped out a little bit too much. And the tippity top of the toe gets torn off him, and that is that. And now Arcitys finds another kill! Asim, though, doing what he does best. This is it for the ace. There it is, though. Mack gets it. And oh my God, the shenanigans come to a close. New York Subliners now 1 round away. Going up 2-0 in the series. If this map has taught us anything, Chance, is to expect the unexpected. Here we go.
I mean, how many deaths has New York had where they're just dying in ways they probably didn't think possible? Arcitys putting in serious work on this map, but on the flip side, Asim right there with them. 13 and 12 kills respectively. A battle they have, but with New York with the 1-round advantage. FaZe, they got to clutch up on defense, and they are playing in the plane. Everybody wants a chance to be captain.
Here we go. There's only one captain's hat. You get a co-pilot, man. We ain't about sharing here, and we go. Okay. Nerdy spots. Flash check comes through, Cell in the immediate reach out, though. Mack's there, lined up, cuts him down. First blood. Goes to NYSL. aBeZy getting involved real quick, but he's too eager. He's too greedy, and he's going to be murdered. 4v2 now. Arcitys and Simp. Arcitys, possibly one of the most dangerous players on the map, and HyDra assassinates him from behind. The dagger in the back, that is it. And Simp, one of the most dangerous players in the whole wide world. Not even he can stand before the might of NYSL right now. That is an unbelievable turn of events. New York, 2-0 up in the series. It is one more, and they will secure themselves a spot in the grand final.
And undefeated on checkmate with FaZe for their search and destroy until they met New York. Again, man, I'm telling you, this is a problem-solving team. They look at the game in a different way than I think pretty much every other team in the league. They don't get down on themselves. They see just an impossible task, and they just find a way to make it happen. Ridiculous stuff from New York. A perfect final round. Some cheeky stuns, bouncing them off. Pillars, whatever you even call them, just to get the information, making the reads on aBeZy. I mean, just playing them like a fiddle in the final round, but think about how tough it is to even make that happen, because Arcitys popping off that entire time. But 8-game search and destroy win streak gets snapped. They have now lost 2 of their past 3 search and destroys to this New York team. You gotta imagine for New York, I mean, they're what, 11-0 in stage 3 in hard points. They get the guaranteed game 4 if they don't just win the control outright. They fully have the reins in their hands. This New York team, man, for stage 3, they picked up HyDra. They look different.
As the stats, friends. Well, I will say Arcitys, despite that Herculean effort, the indomitable man who was just ridiculous on the map. Asim as well. Like, kills aplenty. We're going to take a look at our US Army Tactical in just a brief moment, and we're giving nothing but love to Asim. Nothing but love. It was a lot of great work out of him. And again, we saw those 2 pieces in playing. Like, he's going toe-to-toe with the Tiny Terrors, and he's coming out on top in a lot of those gunfights. The trades were incredible, Chance. I mean, this one, it's just one round of many where Asim just doing unspeakable things.
And I wonder, I mean, I don't know if it's like a for sure thing, but we've seen like the FaZe do the sneaky thing, right? That the go prone and crawl up to the bomb site. It didn't seem like very often. Someone from New York was like actually playing in like the exit door. Asim was laying down in that spot a few times. I don't know if it was specifically for this, but certainly it paid off. Even when Arcitys is just finding these magical kills. Poor HyDra has probably never seen that one before. I certainly have, or have not, excuse me, but again, just Asim putting in absolute work. When Arcitys struck, Asim struck back just a little bit harder.
It's just strike after strike. And again, with all these Asim runs, like 3 kills top lane, and Mack manages just about to catch Arcitys on the crossover there. That would have been something else, man. You let him get in close, and it could be a real different look now. As we go into map number 3, New York 2-0 up in the series here against Atlanta FaZe. When we come back after this break, it's control. Could well be the end of the series. See you in just a moment.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CDL. We're at Major 3, brought to you by USAA, and we are getting there, friends. New York Subliners going up against Atlanta FaZe here in the winners finals, and New York are up by 2. This is a wild series and a lot of fun, and we hope you're having fun. So don't forget to text 5G GOAT to 31 31 31 for a chance to win all sorts of goodies. All of that on the other side of the screen over there. You got yourself a brand new 5G device, the Astro A40 signed by the casters, and all sorts of fun stuff. A battle pass as well. That is the grand prize package. 5G GOAT 31 31 31. Whew. Now that's done, chance. Couldn't count for a moment there. 31. Anyway, we'll get through that next time. 5G GOAT. Get it, friends. Control. Bro, we're here now.
Yes.
We've got to do this. It's going to raid. We've got a double dose of raid. This has to be it for Atlanta FaZe. The comeback starts now. Let's take a look at their control comparisons so far here in Major number 3.
Oh, and that's just from this major, right? Yeah, I was going to say that the one win that New York has in this game mode, they just dominated on the Garrison. But I'd say over the course of their career, again, just talking about them being like a problem-solving team early on, one of the best teams on offense, actually by quite a bit. But since then, a few teams have caught up. But again, the new addition of HyDra has changed this team. And so far, it certainly looks like for the better. They have been absurd. And I'd say on the flip side for FaZe, right, you are down 0-2, and let me tell you, you do not want to be sent to this losers bracket, right? OpTic has been going on a run. They've been 3-0ing teams left and right, and then if it's not them, it's Toronto, which, like, not a fun team to play against. Either way, you shake it. You want to get the win here, absolutely, and have that cushion in the back pocket. So, I mean, FaZe, pressure on. Try to cook up a reverse sweep, and you got to start it on raid, but I'm just looking at that New York side, the intensity always going to be there, especially so from Clay and Asim, and maybe just Mack in the background being like, hey guys, how you guys doing? This is fun, I like this.
Well, here we go. Problem solvers at hand, the NYSL, Atlanta FaZe. I've never seen a more serious look across their faces. This is it here in the winners bracket. They want to keep going, push this series all the way and find themselves a spot in that grand finals. Or they can take the low road, go through the absolute gauntlet that is the lower bracket right now. A terrifying place to be. But here we go, chance. Raid, control. Mack's got the first blood, and there is a lot of players from New York flying down those stairs.
Arcitys, though, Finn's on point, able to pick up one in the water, but this is the break where Simp maybe keeping his team just in it, a cheeky little corner to find the next kill, and at least for FaZe, able to sneak their way out of their base. Going to have 3 bodies over towards A, and for New York, I don't know how much they want to fight. I was going to say aBeZy, you're going to be in between a ton of players on New York. They seem to be happy to chalk up A and make sure they just keep map control, keep top bedroom control, and find kills if they come your way.
Yeah, this is a very standard sort of get-go. You let A fly a little bit, but wait a minute. They land the kills. They get all the kills. They killed everyone. A's not been captured. And now you're spawning them in the middle. Look at this reposition from NYSL. They're like that. Cool. Keep them out of driveway. Here comes number 3. Mack's going to push an upstart to drain A. Oh, my God. Just when you thought this was going great, New York Subliners, they changed the storylines once again, and Asim is on the hunt. Oh, my God. And shot soon, but he's still so close to these players on the other side of it. Arcitys plays the corner very, very well. aBeZy finds a kill with an aid as well. So, Rags to potentially riches in just a brief moment, though. FaZe can turn this around. Over to A, they try to go. It's going to be the B zone where they do manage to get 3 players now on point, and just like that, the shoe's on the other foot.
I'm gonna say I'm a little bit surprised they actually put that much pressure over towards A, just for the fact that, I mean, what, 2 ticks of progression already gone through. You lose this B point, it is gonna be incredibly difficult to get this round win, and FaZe got all of the kills. They get the point, and aBeZy still in your spawn. He finally gets taken care of, but this is not a fun situation for New York to be in. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock to get 1 tick over towards A. I mean, 1 good break and 1 good spawn, and frankly, you're there.
We go. aBeZy's on it. Oh no. Takes care of HyDra. Mack's up next. We'll have the health advantage. Like Octane, here we go. Kills come through. That could be it. That could be it, chance. Kills are there. They've had 3 of them. It's on Clay now to take care of, what, 3, maybe 4 members of FaZe. Ain't gonna happen. FaZe, a blistering first round. And New York, some deft moves on defense, but not enough to get it done. We're in for a treat. This is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and when you just see it again, I didn't see exactly what spawns are coming through for New York, but again, just an overcommitment. They sent like basically their entire team to go kill Arcitys over towards Ring and basically just open the floodgates over towards B. And not easy gunfights to win when everyone from FaZe gets set up and inside, but they're working on the potential reverse sweep. FaZe obviously has a long way to go, but one of the best starts they could possibly have. Arcitys, by the way, has been killing it all series long. 8 kills to his name, just the first round.
Oh, here we go. Let's get straight into this one. Let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen in with Atlanta FaZe.
Got me.
Don't be. That's one A. Like, give me your kitchen.
I got one going at court. I got one more going court. He's left corner. He's left corner.
Kitchen.
Left corner. He's naded. I don't think I
Left corner.
I'm
One kitchen HyDra. I hit Clay.
He's in money, Mack.
Mack weak.
He's still left corner, Clay. I'm playing A. I'm playing A. I'm trying to pitch that guy.
Kitchen
Down, kitchen dead.
Nice.
I don't see
Full
pool.
left kid.
He's not money. He's not money.
You're still in the corner.
He's
Got me on AB, guys. He went up full step.
Zig, Clay.
They're going full step.
They're going B still. They're going B still.
Is it kitchen? Yeah.
I'm with you. Wait. Yeah, man.
I flashed.
Waiting.
See, I'm counting at 3. Nothing money. Asim dead. Asim absolutely.
I know, one shot. Done.
Like right here, he's gonna be here.
Open Mack, one shot. HyDra got me going.
We should chalk.
Open Mack. Get it.
Mack on point dead.
Nice.
Smart cut up.
HyDra, yeah.
Pillars,
No,
still money. Asim's kitchen. Asim's going kitchen.
Alright, Chris, push up.
We're gonna take it around.
Mack is still money.
Let's make moves around the map, remember? Don't fuck up like a
Zig gonna be Mack then.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep spawning.
HyDra.
I'm gonna pinch mid.
I'll push your back spawn.
Yeah, pinch it.
I'm pushing our spawn right now.
Play ring, guys. I will.
FaZe are down by 5 lives. Trying to keep things together. What do you think of the comms? Getting a little bit scary, right?
I mean, the comms are good. They're feeling the pressure, but their heads are certainly in the game, right? Making good calls. We got to chalk this. We're down on lives. Going to have to slow this down just a little bit. And Arcitys still a force on the map, finding the kills. And aBeZy maybe starting to get a little bit hot. A 3 streak for him, and he's roaming on the one side of the map. Cellium responsible for the other. You give him his head glitch. You give him the kills. It's going to be 2 for him. Is right now New York just trying to find a way to get out of their spawn and just don't get in this man's way. Cellium trying to kill everything.
He will kill everything. Less than a minute now remaining. Simp just being dangerous, just being frightening. And YSL, they hold the line though. There's a nice set of kills out of them, and it's going to be HyDra finding one, but just can't get anywhere, can't get forward. Arcitys is there. Oh, he picked up that kill as well. Cell finds his, and it is a rampage out of Atlanta FaZe. This is unbelievable, man. They're just going to keep these kills. Cell is shooting bodies, man. Anything that is vaguely resembles a human being right now, Cellium is in pure Terminator mode. Still going here, still alive, by the way. Mack has to sweat for it. 25 seconds left on the clock, and they have to get on the point right now. Get it going, boys. YSL looking to get that A point. Here we go. Stops the clock. Big fight on its way.
Oh, this kill mid-map is actually pretty big. Clay does get hunted. That means Pillars is going to be open. That means the flank is through. And that means the round is done. Simp will certainly see it in the best play. A highlight reel towards the end. And frankly, just rack these kills up towards the end. Hunt this final player down and get the job done. Cellium, by the way, is scaring me. Snapping on teammates, snapping on corpses. If he sees the color yellow, his bullets are just flying that direction.
My gosh. That was a dangerous rebound. FaZe find themselves one more round, and this is exactly what they were looking for here. We are down in the series for FaZe. This is a big, big map to turn them around. Well, it's the only map they've got, frankly. We start the reverse sweep here. One more round here in control, and they can look towards the next hard point. Staying on raid for that one as well. But for the New York Subliners, 3 straight rounds will get them into that grand final. Here we go.
I'd say for Asim and Clay, they just need to start finding some kills, right? Both players around the double, triple negative sort of margin. FaZe certainly trying to flip that switch. And frankly, for FaZe, if you just want to get off the hot start, winning in a dominant fashion, try to get some of that momentum. But Simp finds himself the last man standing until his teammates spawned right next to him, pushing out back. Laundry can't find the kill. The 2 players for New York are back there. And Well, aBeZy just says, I'll take my turn. He finds the first. Knows where the second is coming from. Asim, though, flying from laundry, earning those clothes.
He got 5 HP left off that fight. Unreal. And now Asim takes care of one more. aBeZy just looks away for a split second, and that's going to be the A-Zone's second segment saved. Oh, my gosh. 3-man hit now. In bottom bedroom, and it's all on HyDra. HyDra now versus the entirety of that FaZe. And that little shot's going to get done. Clay's going to be here now, trying to pick up a couple of things. It's going to be a Simp and Arcitys there laying prone. Over towards the B zone we now go. Mack into the pool he goes. Flippy Floppy's out. He's having a good time. He finds a couple of kills and Asim straight off spawn. 5 in a row. 24 to the 17 lives of Atlanta FaZe now. As New York Subliners looking great in this defensive round. And Asim is next level right now, dude. He is surviving and thriving. A segment about to close out. FaZe still keeping the play alive. Oh my god.
Nice movement. That's 7 for him. That's streaks for him. And honestly, you got 2 players up at A. I was about to say, maybe you could make that call right away, but either way, at least gets the artillery. Frankly, a nice read by Simp just to wrap back around, but now for FaZe, the battle for some sort of map control. They are down 5 lives. And I'd say if nothing else, if they can just burn the artillery this round, they'll be happier. But obviously, if they get the win, they'll be even happier. And there's aBeZy leading the charge.
Yeah, control is so good right now for Atlanta FaZe. Howdy, boys. Lines them up. Cell knocks them down. 3 in a row for him. That's 12 and 9 overall. Oh my god. Cellium. 4 now in a row. Here comes the streaks from Asim. This is going to soften up that B zone real good. Into Tiki everyone goes. 3 lands straight back out to the point. Is it going to be enough to do much? Asim now trying to get involved. There it is. Atlanta FaZe. They bounce back brilliantly. 3-0. That's going to be more 3-0s than LA Thieves, Minnesota, Chicago, Dallas, Paris, Seattle combined. They now have 8 3-0s in control and a lifeline here in this series. Chance we stay on raid, and now we go to another hard point. It is 2-1.
And I'm just saying, that was just sheer dominance as well. That was, what, like a 7 or 8 minute long game, as quick as you could be. And there's different levels of like being twisted, like cracked on the map. Ordinarily, in my mind, guys that snap on trophies, that's as cracked as it gets, right? You saw HyDra when he's playing up top, someone like just tosses it out, immediately shoots his gun. Cellium found a different level of crack. He is shooting his teammates, he's shooting bodies on the ground, he's shooting enemies, he's winning gunfights. He has no right to win, so talk about a man that got the hot hand in the right moment. FaZe, I mean, again, down, but certainly not out. Dominance there, and well, maybe even the higher level of crack beyond Cellium. aBeZy found the time to get 4K damage. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he makes that stuff happen.
It's an incredible run there. Look at the stats here of control, and the Kings of Control continue. It's Atlanta FaZe. They're back in this, baby. And I was wondering, Chance, for those, like, you know, Call of Duty conspiracists out there, for those who worry about this sort of thing, because Cell snapped onto that body and shot it, he's shooting bodies, right? But if you get the kill and then you shoot the bodies, that's where the bad juju comes from, right? So because he snapped on a body that he didn't necessarily get the kill, it's probably not a bad thing. You have to come at me on Twitter with that one, friends. I don't know. I need to get the vibes out there. I need someone who knows more than I about this sort of thing to let me know what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a series on our hands now. We have to go for a commercial break because, quite frankly, I need to reapply the makeup. I need to go to the bathroom. These players have to get themselves ready for an incredibly exciting raid hardpoint coming up right after this break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are now going into map number 4, New York Subliners Atlanta FaZe, here in the winners bracket finals. New York, they do have the advantage here, but the momentum has just changed hands. Atlanta FaZe, after a deft 3-0 victory in raid control, they're in map number 3. We now go back to hard points. Now, when we talk about hard points, Chance, look at that winning spree. That is 11 in a row, and that's active streaks. They're playing for the 12. They're going to get the gunship at some point. The harp's in there already. New York's on a tear, brother.
I think the most surprising part about the graphic, no disrespect, but that the Ravens and Legion were up there with a 5. Not prepared for that, but as far as this series goes, I mean, again, we talked about it for the map too, right? FaZe came in dominant at Search and Destroy. That is the obvious, like, difficult hurdle for New York to have to climb. Well, now the opposite can be said for FaZe. They have to go against the team that has been the clear-cut best hardpoint team in the game. They got to deal with HyDra, who has the #1 hardpoint KD, who has not had a single bad map for hardpoint. This team has been ridiculous, and of course for them, they just got to keep the ball rolling. And for FaZe, well, you got to do the seemingly impossible. Of course, if there's any team that could get it done, FaZe certainly towards the very top of that list, but it is not an easy road they got ahead. They got to take down the best.
Take down the best. Well, New York Subliners now, it's an opportunity to continue not only this historic spree, now they absolutely have to go for the win here to really not. You don't want to go to that search, man. You just don't. You don't want to have express search and destroy that exciting game 5. I mean, I'm not going to lie, we do want it as fans, but the New York Subliners, you got yourself in this brilliant situation already by winning that first hard point, closing out the search and destroy. And here we go. Atlanta FaZe, New York Subliners, we remain on raid. Hard point, map number 4. Chance, who's LA? Let's get it.
I don't know what that means.
I think it just means let's go. It's just let's go in French. I think it's let's go.
I'm with it. Hail HyDra if he pops off. I mean, Arcitys on the flip side loves the pistol inspection off the start. He is absolutely one of the best men to watch in this lobby. He has been on fire this series, even though his team is down around and well off the opening break. Self finds 2. The cleanup crew is there. All 4 down. Perfect start for FaZe. Now they're already thinking about potentially flipping those spawns. aBeZy running straight at them.
Nice. They haven't stopped getting kills.
Oh, dear.
They haven't stopped. That's another 4 dead. Wait a minute. Can we see the stats? Is it possible to see the KDs right now?
It's 1 kill. One kill for New York.
It's 1 kill for New York. What? In the net, 2 kills for New York. There you go. Clay's doing a lot of work. Mack's doing a lot of work. But wait a minute. Mr. Postman. Wait a minute. Wow, get him. Get Clay. Don't let him escape. Keep this wild run of kills going as FaZe. Singing their praises, baby. HyDra's now getting on the point. Arcitys, what you got? Keep the 4 spree alive, man. Who is it? Is it Clay chasing him? Is Clay? Yeah, he's dead. Cell's got his back. This is a wonderful start from Atlanta FaZe. Chance. I mean, look, it's going to change eventually, right? But FaZe getting things off sweet so far.
I would say Simp just took the longest of routes, but hey, he got the kill. Mack has paid attention to Toronto's gameplay. Loves the tree spot, almost impossible to get past. And Cellium, well, he's trying to do it by himself. And while he's doing that, making noise on the back. By the way, Cellium won that gunfight. Asim gets chopped down. Another 4-man wipe. The perfect break on P2. And keep in mind, Arcitys 5-0, still alive. The man looking for some score streaks.
Atlanta ain't phasing around no more, baby. They're playing this one serious. Mack, though, does manage to get the break with a little bit of help from Asim. Over to aBeZy, who takes care of business. Whoa, dude, that was a sweet 3 from him. Simp pushes front kitchen and Asim, oh my god, dives straight into the multi-kill as well. This is unbelievable. Back and forth we go. As Atlanta FaZe are still holding the lead for now, and Arcitys 6-1. Not a bad start from him, but for the rest of the squad, decent amount of time. Here we go, though. Rotations underway towards the garage. Chance, New York's in control. New York's pushing that front line forward. Should be able to get a decent amount of time here and pull this game right back.
Oh, and that is fantastic work, by the way. You can see it on the mini-map between Asim and HyDra, just covering each other's backs. And while they're doing that, Clay hanging out in the bedroom. This is looking like a setup for a potential full 60. This is the Toronto special. This is what we saw earlier. You just have players pushed out every single angle, while Mack just has to be bored, hanging out inside the actual hill. FaZe, the only opening they now have is through the pull side of things, but look at the cross and where you're going to go. Mack inside the point is finding one. Clayster from the Lamborghini, a car he's thinking about buying for the next two, and Asim, well, able to find the fourth. It was bullying from FaZe for the first two hills, but one hill is all it takes. New York with quite the turnaround, but of course now we go to a situation where FaZe could be potentially thinking about a full 60. Going to be set up nice and around basketball, player back laundry, two around the kitchen side of things, and aBeZy for the moment buys lonesome inside of the actual basketball point. And New York trying to make moves for the middle of the map. They get completely stuffed. The first push, they get nowhere. They got to spawn out and do it all again.
Do it all again, but this time, let's hear the comms. Time for an Astro Gaming listen-in with the New York Subliners.
Simp, one shot dead in money.
One more money.
He's to the right, one in money.
I'm looking money. He's not challenging.
There's two in hill.
Two hill, one money. Two hill, one money.
Don't feed, we gotta go around, guys.
Two hill, one money. Yeah, money's not challenging. I'll TK. One's TK.
Already DP5. Already DP5.
One's a TK. aBeZy's in TK.
DP5. Cellium. Could be Zig.
Okay, I'm gonna come up mid. Get a rotate.
In TK, guys, weak.
Isn't that guy close to
He's behind tall rock still. Cellium. Behind tall rock.
He's still in TK. TK going open. TK coming up open right now.
I'm looking for TK, fucker.
I spawned laundry, guys. I spawned laundry. I'm coming. I'm gonna kill these kids.
Dead. I'm looking kitchen.
I'm gonna block this head.
Yep. I have kitchen for time.
Blocking.
You have the pin jig or not?
aBeZy Simp.
No one on me. aBeZy going laundry.
Okay. I'll pick up from
Big hill here.
I'm looking
kitchen for time. Go.
He's dead. Laundry.
I'm gonna go help him. I'm gonna go help him.
Okay.
I'm helping you.
One more laundry.
I'm looking over you. He jumped on you stairs. Got him.
One's kitchen.
I'm backing up. Careful open.
Come on kitchen. He's right
I'm
corner.
watching open. Open aBeZy dead. Careful laundry, guys. Careful laundry.
I gotta give up Zig to look at pillars, guys. We're all too consolidated.
Yeah, Avid.
I'm still looking
I'm
kitchen.
Go back to hill. Help him. He's Zig on me.
Open.
Arcitys Zig.
Yeah, should stay.
Zig and open.
There's one kitchen, one hill, one Zig.
Big
This
dead.
guy's Zig.
I'm coming pillars.
One kitchen. One hill, one kitchen.
I'm trying kitchen.
Responding B-ball.
Let's go.
Left side.
Open in hill. Open in hill.
Open
Back right corner. Fat rock, left kid. It's a big 20. Alright, get to new. Full 16.
Alright, one new,
guys.
One bottom right.
I don't know, he's out of ring, I think.
I'm going top right.
Out of ring.
aBeZy one shot black van.
Pillars dead.
aBeZy one shot black van. Let's get to hill.
I'm sliding up.
I'm flash. He's weak at black van still.
Yeah, I'm gonna look pillars. Play for.
Well, there we go. Chance, what have we learned out of that listening? Always listen to Clay.
I mean, Clay does know best, right? He's calling out like, no, come back to hill, man, please. And HyDra immediately goes, yeah, you're right. Like, yeah, that's on me. But even still, I just got to say, I know they're down by 50, but HyDra working just incredibly well with his teammates across the board. The comms on point, but even still, you got to have better than good comms to beat FaZe right now, just trying to run away with this game. 60-point lead, ring control, and players back laundry. The pinch is in right now from NYSL, but they're getting chopped down and headshots in the feed the whole way through, and NYSL getting stuffed on P1 once again. This has been the biggest money hill for FaZe by far, and it's on ring of all places.
Of all the places. Cash money. 20 seconds remaining of it. Or Atlanta FaZe seems to lock this tree down. Can he hold on to the flank as well? Here comes Arcitys and Asim. Just do. Oh my god. Sit! No, can't get it all done. But man, he tried. He really tried. Kitchen control now to Simp. Flash is only going to delay the inevitable. The push now from New York still coming through. Cellium there to get the damage. Those 4 kills in a row. Simp dives right back into the fray and finds 2 more. There we go. Cellium with kill number 5. And this is it. Atlanta FaZe. Over 100 points now separating these two. And my. What a turn of events this is. HyDra unable to make the break from behind. Here comes Mack. Next up to step to the plate. This plate's crashing right now as they managed to just about get in the kitchen, but isn't going to be enough. Because Simp, slip slides out and about. Teamwork will prevail. Simp can't quite get it done. Mack finds another 2. And it is just non-stop trades, man. Kitchen, what a mess. Who's going to clean this up?
And you see FaZe, by the way, they pump the brakes on this hill. They know that the only way they lose this game is if they get broken on this next hill and effectively give away a full 60. The good news for New York, though, they have a bit of time to try to find these kills and set it up. And Asim, if he had been a little bit quicker, might have had the time to catch a player. That's not going to be the case in Cellium. Always finding kills in the feed. He's got 26 kills. He flipped the switch into control. He has not slowed down. And well, now for New York, again, you know the situation. Asim is well aware. You got to break this hill, and you got to break it quick. This game has run away from them.
Certainly getting a little bit dire. However, not out of the woods yet. Third time I think I've said that in the last hour. Love it. 25 points now for the win for Atlanta FaZe. Force the game 5. Clayster desperately trying to break it, but it's HyDra. Clay was merely the distraction, and a nice break early on here. Can they now rebound, stop the push from FaZe? And Simp playing corners, baby. Second time he's found Asim in that exact same position. Holding the line, though, still is going to be the New York Subliners. Here comes the push. HyDra from behind. Nice snap. Gets the two of them. That's 5 in a row. Hard point. Not quite made safe. It's aBeZy. Can they take care of aBeZy and get the next 20 seconds? The spawn is still close. Oh, dear. New York have done the damage here. Over towards basketball we go, and they have that rotation. They've left FaZe to deal with Clayster, who made them work for that kill so much. Final 5 seconds. Will be theirs chance. Here we go. Got to be perfect from New York from here on out.
And honestly, this is still doable. It is incredibly difficult, don't get me wrong, but these next 2 hills you can potentially chain together. So FaZe, again, taking their time. It is a 3-hit through kitchen aBeZy. Again, the first blood king. Him and Cellium get the first 2. And for New York, well, they're spawning back laundry. The hits towards the front. FaZe flying through. The kills going their way for the most part. Asim, the last one to take down. He gets 2, but it's not enough. At least Arcitys there to contest.
Unbelievable stuff from Asim to stay alive. Now Arcitys is going to do exactly the same thing. The contest is still there, and it's Clay playing it slow and steady. He wins it. Laying prone, but aBeZy, the flash gets involved, and it's just that. 10 seconds now for the win. The front line is now set up. The defenses are there. Heels have been dug into the mud, and Atlanta FaZe should be able to claw this one out. No one through the front line. They will be torn to pieces. Atlanta FaZe, we got a game 5. Here we go. The spree comes to an end. Call it the caster's curse, a little bit of bad luck, whatever you want, but Atlanta FaZe, they have pushed it. And now, chance, we're going all the way. What a series this is.
And I tell you, man, I see all the time. I think Simp does it the most, but a couple of the guys on FaZe, anytime they mention it, they say Cellium's the best player in the world. They've been saying it for quite some time, and every time I hear it, I'm just like, they're just gassing up their teammate. They're being cool. Simp or aBeZy, in my mind, are almost always probably the best in the world. This is a series, these past 2 maps. I get why they say it, man. Cellium the past 2 maps has just hit different. I mean, not even just for like the snapping on like bodies on the ground, snapping on teammates. Even like the moment when they were going to break the P2 hill, we had like Mack on the tree, Cellium by his lonesome back laundry, and just somehow he's winning that gunfight. Just ridiculous stuff through and through. Cellium, I mean, seemingly untouchable these past 2 maps. 5K damage to his name, 31 kills, leading the lobby by a mile. The kid has taken over to get them to a game 5 where we talked about it for the game 2. New York, again, a problem-solving team. They've done some incredibly impressive things, taking FaZe down and search and destroy, but now they got to do it twice.
And I'm just thinking, I'm like, all right, series started off great. New York, bang, bang, the drum, they go. Round 3, that's where things change. Control, now it's all FaZe. The driver's seat, they're in the front. I'm not even sure if those toes even reach the pedals. It doesn't matter, baby, because we are going to a game 5. This is one hell of a series, friends, and it is far from over. One more map today here in the Major, brought to you by USAA, and it is bound to be a historic one. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick commercial break. Upon our return, game 5.
the game has turned on its head.
Run! Run! Get onto the point! Cellium finds himself 2 more. Oh, baby! Absolutely slayed. What a magnificent comeback from Atlanta.
The New York Subliners. This is basically a brand new roster for the Subliners. All things have changed, and here we go. Clay once again comes up clutch.
He is the true veteran.
Diamond Con, oh, keeping this run going.
Asim has really been having himself a hell of a series. Mack popping up in the feed.
Shout out to Mack, that was a killer 2-piece. And a fantastic end to the round net for New York.
Game 5 just around the corner here for the New York Subliners and Atlanta FaZe. But a quick look at Major 3, the bracket so far. We are still deciding winners finals. Take a look towards the bottom side of the elimination bracket though. OpTic Ultra yet to be played, and of course the winner of that will face the loser for FaZe and Subliners. It is a mosh pit down there, truly full of sharks. OpTic and of course Ultra, will see that happening tomorrow. But for FaZe and Subliners, man, you just want to go to bed tonight knowing you've made it into that top 2 spot and everything is okie dokie. But for now, it is a single game of Express Search and Destroy. Game 5, this is where champions are made. This is where the true titans of the league come to shine. A quick look at our S&D Game 5 stats this season so far, Chance. Atlanta FaZe, they certainly hold the record.
Oh dear baby. I mean, again, it is not easy to beat FaZe, but keep in mind for those 2 losses, they've lost 3 series the entire year. One of those, it can't be the Game 5 because it was a grand finals that has 9 maps. The only way to beat FaZe, it seems like, is to do it in the Game 5. So the opportunity is there, but obviously this is a place Atlanta has made their home. Their S&D as of late has been on point. Even for the map we're going to, Express, there is a time where FaZe couldn't win it. I think the first 3 times they played it, they like started out 0-3. When they picked up their coach, it was because these new maps they couldn't find wins on. This was the map where the struggles started. However, they have certainly started to turn their gameplay around. And of course, on the flip side for New York, again, we talked about them being the problem-solving team. They have a ton of creative stuff they like to do on this map, but make no mistake, it's a battle, and make no mistake, Atlanta right now has the hot hand.
Yeah, the hot hand indeed. Momentum in the favor of Atlanta FaZe. Call of Duty's a lot like that, man. They've just won the last 2 maps. The raid hardpoint very, very decisively as well. Now, Express, Search and Destroy, the old heads of Clay. He's been on this map a fair few times. We've seen that experience come to light, but it has to be said, the recent Search and Destroy improvements from Atlanta FaZe have been noticeable, and the Checkmate was an incredible display of how far and how deep their playbook is now. What will we see here on Express? Surprises, no doubt about it. Peace and love! We're not going to be seeing any peace and love. It's going to be non-stop warfare and just hatred. Nah, it's all good. These guys love each other. But let's get it, friends. New York Subliners, Atlanta FaZe, Game 5. Here we go.
There's a quick rip off the break. Cellium actually not going for the wall bangs. I'm not used to seeing him do that, but the information across the board, HyDra flying, Mack flying, and Cellium now being hunted. What a way to kick it off with destruction. Yep. Running them over for the first round, bar Arcitys clutching, which we know he can.
Oh my God.
Got to be very careful.
Wait a minute.
He is slowing him down. 2 kills to go his way. Panic mode set in. Arcitys give him the ace, but he can't get it. New York, by the hair of their chinny chin. Good God, man. Arcitys is tough to kill.
Man, dude, Arcitys, he was the Spartans there. That was the hot gates, baby. And here comes the Persian Empire. They gave it the best run they possibly could, but in the end, the Spartans dressed in red, I will add. They did die in the end. Spoiler alert, friends. Yeah, it was all cool and that, and Jared Butler and all the 6-packs, but they did die. What a round of Search and Destroy. Chance, how you doing?
Bro, who has more confidence after that round? Is that FaZe looking at Arcitys like, oh my God, as long as we stay alive, we're just going to do it. Like, I don't even know, man. That is insanity. FaZe, though, right back in the attack. They want to be aggressive over towards B as well. And I think after what we just saw, New York, they want nothing to do with it. But they got the double flank coming in already.
Oh, HyDra's always on that flank, man. Here comes Asim. Tickled him up. Max on the other side. Hello. That's the pinch. Bang. Coming right at it. That's a huge rebound. 3 dead immediately. Atlanta FaZe. Last one, Simp. Good night. New York answer back. That's going to be 2 in a row. And dude, that was like, they could not be more different rounds. They could not be more different if they tried. Unbelievable stuff here in Game 5 already.
And again, just the decisiveness of this New York team. They are incredibly creative. They always have different little ideas of how they want to approach things, and the double pinch was timed perfectly, swarming through the ramps, and again, 0 time wasted. As soon as that call gets made, everybody goes. 2 beautiful rounds, admittedly. Again, I'm still terrified of Arcitys.
Yep.
But hey, Venom, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Back to B they go. This time, instead of hitting from down low, they're trying to swarm from up top.
There's angles everywhere right now. Clayster's going to get that first bud. Simp on the bottom of the stairwell here. Can Mack find it? Nice hip fire. Asim's going to finally get the last bullet in there. Cell finds one. 3v2. Trying to slow this one down. Clay's got the high ground covered. Here comes the push now from Rails. That's that. Cellium, last player left alive. He does manage to get some tags in this 1v2. And already on the flank, it's HyDra. Clay was but the distraction. New York, 3 in a row. And these are fast rounds, man. They are dangerous rounds. FaZe, they're coming in with a gun skill. They're coming in with the hot plays and like, yeah, they're reacting to what's happening. But right now, New York have just got them every time. When will this change? When will it stop?
And that's really the key, too. They've been forcing the issue. They have the initiative. They are making FaZe react to everything right now. Just playing like some wild men. And again, even just the similar strat over towards B, but mixing it up, hitting the aggression from up top instead of down low, just small little variants just to keep FaZe completely off guard. FaZe now, they have complete control over towards B, but keep in mind, just the last round, they got double pinched in from ramp. They just have so many things to worry about, but they get the bomb down for free. New York gets that retake attempt number 2, and honestly, it's looking like a similar sort of play. 2 players from each side, except now it's the hallway rather than the ramp.
Easy. Expert execution on this play there, and the nice one from Simp. Simp finds 2, my word. Defense holds. Atlanta FaZe absolutely squeaky clean. To eat your dinner off of that bomb defense. Wow. They get themselves on the board finally and chance this checkmate all over again. Do they get 2 straight now? Is that how it goes?
I think there's what? 3 straight for New York, 3 straight for FaZe.
Yep.
Then it was a 4-3 that got tied up. Yeah, just 1 round back and forth, and then New York won the last 2. We'll keep in mind for the deja vu, as New York have been aggressive towards B on offense 2 times in a row. Mixing things up, and Clayster maybe sitting in spawn, maybe waiting for a cheeky play. Maybe everybody's sitting in spawn. Mack, as long as you don't die, does he have to go back to spawn too? Everybody joining up. Oh my God. You're never going to be ready for that. Poor guy. Now Cellium gets chopped. What a play call, man. New York, they're just, this is too good right now.
Wait, Arcitys. Oh, baby.
No.
No way, dude. Like,
Not
no
again.
way. aBeZy's like, they're all in their spawn. What am I witnessing here? Look at this setup from New York. Yeah, we're all going to chill rail. All of us just chill back in spawn. Cell's like, I'm dead, bro. I am dead, bro. Wow, New York. The dirtiest tricks in the book are all coming out. Another good round, Chance. 4-1 here in Game 5.
I tell you, I would be furious if I was FaZe. If I'm walking out of spawn, checking the corner, all of a sudden the 3 play. The funniest part was Mack was backing up too. Like, I think that is just a completely someone YOLOs it, just goes for the call. And now speaking of YOLO, everyone beating up at B.
Hello. HyDra's going to find 1. Arcitys' first blood, though. Nice. Gets 2 out of that one. So a brilliant shot from Arcitys and that flying HyDra. Asim, oh boy, makes it interesting. Now it's a 2v2. And these express rounds, they barely get time to breathe. They're more like shots than a fine wine, you know? You just neck them. Oh my God, what a turn from Mack.
Oh, that's allowed.
Oh my God, Arcitys makes it a 1v1. Asim gets a tag or 2 in, and look, you've been in this situation before. Not this hallway, bro. Anything but that hallway. Oh no, Arcitys makes the read. Guns Asim. From one hallway to another. Another good round from Atlanta FaZe. A little bit of luck that time, a little bit of bad luck, and a little bit of ridiculous skill. But Arcitys, as reliable as gravity right now in the search and destroys for FaZe. My God.
I mean, I don't know. Take your pick between Arcitys and Cellium right now for MVP of the series, at least on the FaZe side. I know they're still down 2 rounds. Also, I don't know if I've ever seen some guy like that. I don't know if he stopped shooting or what just happened. Just throwing that out there, that was wild.
Yep.
That's a moment in my mind.
VAR, please. We'll see what's going on there. 2-2 split now from the Subliners. A little different look for them, but a big old A defense now from Atlanta FaZe. Arcitys, man, he is a force of nature. 4 in a row for him right now. Bomb's going to go down real quick. And we get to see Atlanta FaZe attempt to retake here. The first time we've seen this, and again, it looks to be that Traditional fanned out. It's kind of like a seashell there for the bottom of the players, the New York Subliners, down low, top side of the minimap. Here comes the approach, slow and steady. aBeZy looking to find those first bloods, albeit in a very different position. Less than 30 to work with now, Chance. Gotta get going.
They're trying to bully out Clay from both sides, right? Two players working in the hallways. Down low, the gunfight. Cellium wins his, but up top it's trades back and forth, 2v2. 15 seconds left on the clock, and Asim's got Cellium pinned. Free kills for him. Last one standing, Arcitys, and he's one shot, but so is Asim. Clutch as ever. Arcitys, 6th spree, maybe some streaks in the godlike performance from this man in S&D. Of course it comes down to him and Asim in the final 1v1. Double digits from each of these men in the game number 2, and Arcitys well on his way. Great reaction time, great communication. Hell of a round for FaZe to get. And at this point, not Arcitys for MVP, Arcitys for president. He is putting in work.
Got
for
my
Atlanta.
vote.
Maybe mayor, we'll give him mayor.
Nah, might go with like Emperor of the Western World. Why not? Let's give him a. What about?
You know what?
Master of the Universe. He-Man's getting a reboot, isn't it? Here we go, bro. 6 in a row for Arcitys. 11 kills. He got double digits in the first game as well, and he is just a monster right now. Deep breath. Let's see what New York's got in the playbook here. As Atlanta FaZe. Sheer force of will, keeping them alive in this map. HyDra flashed up.
And again, you can see him playing for picks as well, right? Arcitys is just a kill off streaks. This is the perfect round to slow things down, and credit where credit's due. New York on the flip side, not getting over aggressive, not falling into the trap, so FaZe forced to make moves, and they're leaning towards B.
Here we go. He gone out. Asim, little does he know, on the other side of him there are lots of players with serious murderous intent. Here we go. Arcitys is up. Nice. Cell's got the coverage. aBeZy with that first blood, as is tradition. What a snap from Arcitys. What a shot from Arcitys. One more to get Asim done. The man is unkillable right now. Still, he has that bomb. He has yet to plant it. We have less than 30 seconds remaining. He's going to play for the picks once again. Simp's going to find it. Asim, last player left alive, finally takes care of Arcitys. The streaks are dead. Time, though, is not on their side. They do recover the bomb, but Asim, could he do this? This would be a 1v4. Reposition towards the bomb. He's playing this so well. Can he execute on the kills, though? That's the question. They'll try to make it interesting. If he can get one of these players, that's huge. 25 seconds. Shoulders like you've never been seen thrown before, and Asim, man, he put in the work. Atlanta FaZe will not fall for it, though. We are all tied up 4-4.
Just such a good round. Keep in mind, Arcitys at least got the artillery in that 2v1. I mean, that's just what you can't do anything. Literally can't do anything. Cellium and Simp, they've just found their rhythm, at least in that moment. I mean, for New York, Operation Kill Arcitys, win the round. Even then, it didn't pan out last time. And keep in mind the artillery. The B side is fairly open. If you're down low, that is an open roof, so you got to be concerned about the artillery.
Concerns one thing. There's a lot of New York Subliners players here. Oh boy, HyDra. He finds 2, but Arcitys, once again, cannot be counted out at any moment. Shots are there. The trade has to come through in the 1v3 situation right now. This is for the ace. And to put them on match point. Clay, top his perch.
Oh my God.
Guns him! Match point, New York Subliners. Not even Arcitys in the form he's in right now. The trade's coming through, and FaZe just looking a little lost in those final moments there. Here we go, Chance. One more round for New York. And FaZe tied up and forced the round 11.
The difference between being in the winner's side once you go to the grand finals versus it's ridiculous. The two teams waiting in losers are too good. A win here just means everything. Your odds are so much better, and you got the artillery. He's going to be pinging it for information this round. They're going to slow it down, play for picks, try to make the read off this, and once they see the 2-2 split, make a commitment. If I had to guess, probably go for a fast plan on B once they make that read, and especially if the bomb's getting wrapped down this quick. I don't know if it doesn't look like he's calling the ping yet, but the setup is here.
All over it. Here we go. Bomb's going to be moving in. NYSL opting to defend towards A side, but here comes that fast rotation again. 30 seconds-ish have passed. They know the play's up here, but it's going to be a low here. Oh my god, it's all going to be on Cellium. Timing. Cell saw at least one. They should be able to overwhelm him. Do not call in the artillery. Bomb goes down. Arcitys comes out. Nice trades. HyDra finds the first. aBeZy on the second. HyDra with the immediate snap. Oh my god. Can't quite get Cell though. And that was a 1v2. Mack, you've got to get this one done. Catches Cell on transition. Simp lands it. And we've got ourselves a round 11. It's pure poetry in motion. So another search and destroy goes the distance between these two teams. This is it. One and done for a spot in the grand finals.
The difference it makes, and the difference coordination makes. I don't know what Mack had going on, but just a little bit late to the pinch, and teamwork too clean for FaZe. No ping on the artillery, but you still have it in hand. And Arcitys, man, the one taking the bomb. We've been here before. I guess it's the same thing. They like feeling out these round, play for picks. New York hasn't given him anything yet. You see those players on the right side. They're thinking about being aggressive, but as soon as those nades come through, they wrap back. They know what the situation is, man. You can't give away a first blood. New York again playing for the retake.
New York have done everything right here. I mean, they've checked out A. FaZe haven't gone A yet. This is the first time we're really seeing them even think about the A bomb site hit. Here we go. Old Faithful. Another clash in the terminal here on Express. Arcitys up high. Tagged up. Asim with the first blood. Trades go through once again. HyDra. A magnificent nade there makes it a little bit more fair for them. Now Cell, he bounces straight into Clayster. 2v2. Mack's going to do what he can now to push these players back, but Cell's still on the flank. Cell's on the flank, cut down, and sadly, a bit of a team fire comes through, but with that, it all comes down to a 1v1 HyDra versus Simp. The young Frenchman takes on the Phenom. And Simp's got to play he's got to play for the bomb. He's got to look this one down. He's got to hunt down HyDra and find him, but HyDra, eyes on. He's got the bomb site in hand. There's Simp for the shots. Not able to get the kill. Less than 10 seconds remaining now. Simp's going to have to cross, try to plant the bomb, even get the kill. Time is running out. New York are going to get this one done. Simp's going to make something special happen, and HyDra is just going to sit back and let the clock go. New York have managed to clutch up here in Game 5 despite all the efforts of FaZe, and my word, what a series that was. It is pure relief across the faces of the New York Subliners players. What a contest between those two teams. My word, the search and destroys were incredible, and you can just see the relief. It is pure magic in Game 5 from both squads, and the round 11 comes down to it, and man, NYSL, they've got the stones. That's them in the grand finals here in Major 3, and I am speechless, Chance. What a day it's been.
In those reactions, man, just the nothing. That isn't adrenaline dump. That isn't excitement. That is a, oh my God, I can't believe we just survived the onslaught. Dealing with Arcitys, ridiculous, the clutch plays towards the end. I can't imagine what the comments were like when the team kill came through, but then HyDra, dude, the kid, the new man on the block, clutches the 1v1 against Simp. I mean, just an absurd series from start to finish. They won both of the search and destroys. Some of the finest gameplay, actually, the finest gameplay we have seen all year long. I mean, just insane stuff, and you could tell, man, that took a lot out of New York. And of course, the exact same thing can be said about FaZe. That certainly is going to take a lot out of them as well. It is going to be, I mean, nearly impossible to get a good night's rest and try to sleep and get ready and geared up to go for tomorrow. Just a ridiculous performance, New York. It cannot be understated how impressive they are, dealing with, what, 3, 4, 5 roster changes, dealing with a kid who's having to learn English, moving to America, away from the family for the first time. Just insane stuff for the 1v1 towards the end after nearly getting reverse left. Dude, if Arcitys could clutch that 1v4 to start the game, oh my God. But here we are, man. Congrats to New York. Commiserations to FaZe. What a battle they just had. And good Lord Arcitys, man. One of the toughest men in the league to kill. As sure as gravity. You called it perfectly, Miles.
Well, HyDra, man. For me, it's HyDra, dude. It's like, welcome not only to the team that fought so hard through so much difficulty to get you, but Way to clutch the game at 11, the round 11. And look at the faces of these players. Let's go.
Dude, HyDra, stone cold.
Stone cold, baby.
Stone cold killer, Miles.
But that is, what a feeling that is. What a story for the young man. Welcome to the league. Welcome to your first grand finals. The New York Subliners, it is pure elation, relief. It's finally there. You've managed to get there. And I think for Clayster, it's so much on him. As the old guy in the team, the vet who desperately sought so much help, and he asked so much of those young players. For them now to have gone from the rookies to now in a grand final, what an amazing journey. Let's take a look at that scuff play of the game. It is going to be the final few moments of that round, and the pieces all just fell into place, Chance. And for HyDra to get it done like that, the trades were on point. The team kill even came through. I mean, this, like, oh my God, what a search this was.
I mean, it just has to be one of the most stressful situations in Call of Duty. Your heart has to be pumping at an insane rate. I mean, Cellium just pulling off ridiculous movement. In the play towards the end, I mean, it's unfortunate the double challenge comes through, but he almost makes the play to win. The team kill, everyone on New York, I mean, their throats just dropped. I can only imagine what was going through Revan's head in this moment. But then even the 1v1, man, just the swing all the way around, play towards the edges of the map, just perfectly done by HyDra. Again, he started out with one of the worst search and destroy KDs in the league, and it turned into him needing to clutch against one of the best players in the world. Catches him through the hallway, has him pinned down, and then again, just doing the smart thing for HyDra. You don't have to chow this at all. Force him to plant, make the read, and for Simp, I mean, it's a good try, but didn't get the job done. And for HyDra, man, 2-0 against FaZe, undefeated against them. What a ridiculous start to this kid's career. French phenom indeed.
A phenom indeed. Well, there you go. Quick look at the major tournament number 3 bracket, and it's Subliners in that grand final. Tomorrow we will see OpTic play Ultra to see who gets to FaZe, and then someone gets a shot. New York in that tournament final. Well, what a day, man. What a day this has been. It's now time to throw to Jess, who will be talking to Clayster, who I'm sure is feeling fantastic. A sigh of relief. He's gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Clayster with Jess for our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Coming up after this break.
We are back for your final Game Fuel Victory Spotlight of the evening with none other than Clayster. We can see right here once more his reaction to winning that match in such a phenomenal way. We're actually going to be able to hear from him as well. Clay, I gotta ask, you know, there was such an intense final map, especially that map 5 of round 11. All of us in the green room were just on the edge of our seats. My palms were getting sweaty. But for you as a player, what was it like being in that situation?
You know, it took about probably at least 5 years off my life, that whole series, and especially that last S&D. I think we're gonna go back and rewatch some of those maps and be pretty upset with ourselves. But you know, being in that tense moment and whatever, I was just constantly reminding my team, take deep breaths, take deep breaths. Even after the first round where we did a really bad play and all pushed Arcitys and almost got 1v forward, literally after that, I was like, nobody talk, everybody close your eyes and take 3 or 4 deep breaths right now. Like, chill out. We got to calm down. And, you know, we're playing with players who aren't used to playing the best teams into like a winners finals match and stuff. And that stuff comes with experience. And so just being able to thrive in those moments, being able to still think clearly in those moments, that's what it's all about.
Excellent insight there. You might look in the mirror in the morning and have a few more gray hairs than you had the day before, but you said before this major that you were just so stoked to see what that French phenom HyDra could do. And now that it's all said and done, what do you have to say about him?
I don't have enough good things to say about HyDra, and this goes for the whole team as well. I'm so proud of everybody, but especially him coming here. This is his first ever pro tournament, guys. Like the group stages were his first one. His first match was against FaZe. This match here in Winners Finals went to a round 11 game 5 against Simp. And, you know, I know Chris, he ain't defusing that bomb there. He's going for the kill at the end. And so I imparted a little knowledge there at the end to HyDra, and he's just been playing so phenomenal, man. I can't believe how well everybody on the team has been playing. Mack in the second AR role, Asim in his entry support sub role, and then Paco just absolutely frying with the sub. And, man, the team is clicking. Who'd have thought we'd have been here? You know, we're in the grand finals. We haven't won yet. But, you know, it's a grand finals from the winner's side, and I don't think anybody expected us to be here when the year started.
That's awesome to hear. You're gassing up your teammates there. It's been such a treasure watching you guys fry all major long, really. And as you mentioned, you are going to be heading to that championship match tomorrow. Until then, you're just going to kind of sit back and watch and see whether it's going to be Ultra, FaZe, or OpTic that you'll be meeting there. Do you have a preference for who you'd like to battle?
I'm just glad we're not down there battling it out. That sounds like a grueler between those 3 teams, so they can all go duke it out. Whoever makes it to us makes it to us, and we're just going to keep making sure that we have some fun with it. You know, it's a grand finals, Paco's first one. I mean, realistically, Mack and Asim's first one as well in a 4v4 game in an actual tournament with all the teams there. So it's going to be a fun time. I'm excited for everybody, and I just hope that, you know, we take some good things away from today's match.
Trust me, Clay, we are excited as well. Thank you so much for your wonderful insight, and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Jess. I hope you have a good night.
Thank you so much. All right, well, there you have it. That's just about it for me and the Game Fuel Victory Spotlight, but don't go anywhere. We have more broadcasts for you. Lottie, Steady, and Nameless are going to be holding down the fort on the desk. You don't want to miss it. Don't go anywhere.
Well, I'll tell you what, a reaction and a half has come from the New York Subliners after that incredible Game 5 against Atlanta FaZe, and I honestly thought my heart might have stopped for a second, but hey look, it was beating out my chest, so I knew